Hi guys, hope everyone's well and getting ready for Christmas. I certainly know we are. Today we are going to discuss how I personally develop black and white film. So we'll run through what I use, what chemicals I use, and then just kind of give you a brief overview of how to develop black and white film at home, how I do it, and then hopefully in the next video I'll show you how I scan that film and then produce photos out of the negatives, alright? So, first of all, this is the chemical I use. This is the only chemical I use. It is a MONOBATH, a black and white MONOBATH from BELLINI Photo. I saw this on eBay and I thought I'll pick it up and just give it a try, and it is absolutely fantastic. It's developed in Italy. I think the story behind it was there was a famous Japanese photographer who wanted a very easy solution when he was travelling around the world to develop his black and white film. Bellini made this. Fortunately, I don't know who the photographer was, but it must have been a pretty big shot for Bellini to develop this just for him. But anyway, so word got around about it, how good it was. They started making some more bottles. And here we are today, basically. So it has absolutely everything in it. It has your fixer in it, it has all your developer. This is literally a one-stop solution. And basically what it means is once you've loaded your film into a Patterson tank, which I have here, it means that you can develop your film completely until it's ready. Depending on how many charts you do, I like to develop around 7 minutes, and then each roll you do, you add 15 seconds onto each roll. Yeah, 15 seconds onto each roll, yeah. And then it will last about 6 months when it's open. I've actually used, this is the second bottle I've had. I've used one for a year, and it's still developed rolls, so it's completely fine. Obviously, over time it will degrade, but I've had one for about a year and it's been solid. And then it will do roughly 36 rolls, roughly, they say. I can't remember how many rolls I've done for it, but really good stuff. So, like I said, you're going to need a Patterson tank. I have the one where you can fit 2 rolls in. So these are for at the moment they're for 35mm, but if you get them and do this fancy, where are we? There. So they're just little simple, you pull them out and click them together. That is for 120. So you can, with this one, I can either do 2 rolls of 35mm or 1 roll of 120. So absolutely brilliant. I can do 2 rolls at a time. So, like I say, you're going to need that. Most importantly, going to need a roll of film. This is a roll of Kentmere 400, which I'm getting ready to develop. Going to need a funnel. One of these, really important. You don't need it, but it just makes things so much easier and less messy. A pair of scissors. And then what I have here are just some, not very fancy, just washing line pegs when I hang the film, and then obviously a sprocket tool to crack open the film. So, right, that's all the gear. This looks like kind of a mess. Don't freak out. This is probably the most simplest way it's ever going to be. So, and also those who are wondering, who are thinking, oh my god, he's going to do it in the daylight. All of this has to be done, well, I'll show you. But most of this has to be done in complete darkness, okay? Everything until when you put the chemical in the Patterson tank, everything has to be done in darkness, alright? This is just me demonstrating and telling you how I do it. So, you've got your roll, you took your roll out your camera. You will take one sprocket tool and place over the top of your roll, and you would crank it to get the film out, okay? That film will then, this top will then completely pop off. You have to be a bit hard with it, but you yank it off Try not to pellet the film at the same time, and then the whole roll will start coming out. Once you've done that, this is imaginary, right? And in the dark, you will find the edge of this roll. You will put it against these barriers here, and then all in the dark, fumbly, you will go like this, and this will load the film onto this cassette. So you'll be going like that. Many people have done this, so I don't need to really demonstrate this, because you can see this in full. Loads of other YouTubers have done it. So you go like this until the roll is completely on the cassette. Depending on how you're doing it, I'm just doing this for demonstration. Let's just say we just done one roll. You put your lock in, just so it doesn't fumble around. All in the dark, still. You'll put your roll into your Patterson tank. You'll put the lid on said Patterson tank. And this is where it gets different. Now, you put your Bellini in, completely in, until it's full. Still in the dark. Once that Bellini is in, this is completely light sealed, okay? So you can turn your light back on and you can actually see what the hell is going on. Some people, this is spool here, can go like this and do the agitations this way. I've done the agitations this way, or you can literally put that in, put this on top, and then do the traditional rotating. So it's completely up to you. You don't have to do it this way. You can simply do it with the spool and agitate like that. Okay? Bearing in mind, this is all going to be in the dark. So how I do this is an attic. I go in there like Harry Potter and do it all in the dark. Once I've put the Bellini in, I can come out and then I can start doing my agitations. Right, so I'm now going to go into my Harry Potter cupboard that I've just shown you and completely do this whole process in the dark that I've told you, okay? Right, and hopefully at the end I will be doing my agitations and we will hopefully have some nice rolls of film, black and white, that has been fully developed. Right, okay, so I've now got the film, been in my little Harry Potter cupboard, I've got the film, got the film on the canister. I wrenched the top off, which took the top completely off. The little film spool that was inside here, I took out gently. Got this. There's a load of film on this, right? And I let it in here and went like this in the dark until the end of the spool came up. It appeared. I felt it in the dark. I got the scissors, cut this off, put that in, and then put it in to the Patterson tank. This is completely light sealed now, so I can take my spool out, get our Bellini black and white monobath on the go, and I'm going to do a timer for, where are we? Best thing about phones, you just do it on this, and I'm going to do a timer for, hang on, let's delete that. That says 7 minutes. Right. So that's going in, pouring this in. I'm doing this quite rashly, but you know, you can do this in the sink, in a bathroom, do it however you feel you want to do it, basically. And I'm going to do it until I can see the developer just coming up. So we're nearly there. Yeah. Just keep pouring it in until you see the developer. You won't see this, but basically you can see the developer rising in the middle. And I just like to have... I've only got one roll in here at the moment. But I just like to have it completely covered. I would say that is probably enough. So there we are. This is a 1 litre bottle. Okay? So I would say that is enough. So now I'm going to put my spool in and just put this on and constantly agitate this now for 7 minutes. Now I do 7 minutes and I put an extra minute on, but it's completely up to you how you want to do it. I'll do this for 7 minutes, and then when that extra minute comes on, I'll probably do it for around, what have I done? So I'll probably say 7 minutes 20 seconds. So this is going to get a bit boring. You see me do this and everything, so I will speed this up. But what I tend to do about 3 or 4 rotations one way. I'll go back the other way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll just lightly bang it on the table just to get some couple of bubbles up, and then I'll just continue again. So I will basically see you in 7 minutes time. But luckily for YouTube and the magic of video editing, you'll see me in a second. Right, okay, so the timer's gone on now, and I'm just watching the clock until we get to roughly 20-ish seconds. Okay, right, we stop that. Now, people can do this many different ways. I try and do this a very quick and maybe a bit of a quick hazard way of doing it. But basically, once you can break out the child lock or the Bellini, I just put it in a little tub. We lift the lid off our Patterson tank. I shove it in there because remember this has now got a bit of chemicals in. Take that off. Funnel on top, and then pour the chemical back in nice and slowly to avoid any drops. Please note, if you put this on a table, a wooden table, it will stain it. Remember, this has had your film in. Right, you don't need to do a water bath after this, so I've been told, but because I'm a bit old school, I like to make sure that the film is washed properly. So we're just going to go to the sink now and do a bit of a water bath. So I literally let the water fill up to the top, and then I just give it a bit of a swill and pour it down. Just so you can see that little yellow tinge there. That's really just to get all the chemical off the film and make it nice and clean. People do say you don't have to do this step with the Bellini, but I prefer it, I think, and I think it gives you a much cleaner look on your film. So when the film's in, just swash it around a little bit. And for me, I tend to do 3. I'll do 3 times, and then I'll take the film out and hang it to dry. Right, okay, now we're back from the bathroom. We're now taking, oh my god, taking this off, if I can do it. Bloody hell, that's on tight. 1 second, guys. There we are. Just need a bit of muscle, didn't know my own strength. Right, remember this is wet, so I just put these straight into a container. So, take this off. See, there's still a bit of water in there, which is a bit of a shame. Right, take this off the spool. Just flip this round and just shove that in there. And now we should, hopefully, have some negatives. There we go, guys. Look at that. I don't know if you can see those at all. Now, the next process is to hang these. So what I'll do, I know people are screaming at my technique going, oh my god, what the hell are you doing? But this is how I've always done it. So now we're going to go to a hanger and just hang these up. Set you up here. There's a hanging strip here that I've done. So I get 2 of these, place them on the film like so, and we gently just coerce the film out. This is a roll of This is a roll of 36. So just gently, very gently, he says, while his rolls come off. This is the leading edge that you don't need, so you can touch this. More than happy to touch this. And then I get 2 more clips and just do them at the bottom as a counterweight. This may seem really like caveman-ish, but it works for me. And we just literally let it dry like that, and as we can see, we've got some lovely negatives of black and white for what we've shot through. I think this was shot actually through the Pentax ME Super, I believe, because I've already got a roll still in the Nikon F5. So guys, that is basically roughly how I develop my film. It might look completely cavemanish and barbaric. It works for me. So in the next video, we're going to see how I take this film that we've just developed and I digitise it into actual photos that people can see on Instagram, Facebook, my website and stuff like that. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you all next time. Cheers guys.